Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up the brutal and violent history of WWE's Bad Blood event. Explored. Bad Blood is returning to WWE's PPV calendar, taking place for the first time in 2 decades for just the 4th ever edition of this event on October 5, 2024 at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. With just 3 events in the past history of Bad Blood, it is admittedly not the most famous event that fans will look back to, but it does have a notable and violent legacy. Before WWE fans bear witness to what could be one of the more violent nights of the year, it makes sense to take a look back at the history of this PPV and to see why WWE deemed it right to bring it back this year. Bad Blood doesn't quite have the lineage of other classic PPVs, such as the Big Four, Armageddon, Vengeance, No Mercy, and more, but it does have a very important role to play in the history of WWE. In 1997, the PPV hosted the very first ever Hell in a Cell match, a stipulation which has become renowned for hosting violent matches, ending personal blood feuds, and being a big enough draw to have its own PPV event between the years of 2009 and 2022. The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels battled inside Hell in a Cell at Bad Blood 1997, and they were the 2 perfect individuals to ensure that this experiment was a success. It was always going to be a risk running a brand new stipulation, but this match encapsulated the physicality, the chaos, and the moments which every Cell match has since been measured up against. This was an instant classic, even being the last 5-star rated WWE match by Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer until 2011. Undertaker and Michaels had a special sort of chemistry which led to many classics, and this was their first all-time great match together. The bout was also remembered for the stunning debut of Kane, which is still among the greatest introductions of a wrestler ever, and it helped to shape his legacy and define him from day one. The reason why the Bad Blood name fits so much is due to the bloody and brutal history of the show, which is all thanks to the Hell in a Cell gimmick match. At each of the Bad Blood events in the past, in 1997, 2003, and 2004, the event was headlined by a Hell in a Cell match. As mentioned, Undertaker and Shawn Michaels made history in the very first one, and this was followed up in 2003 as Triple H took on Kevin Nash with the World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Whilst this wasn't quite the classic that the first one was, it had plenty of enjoyable spots and a whole lot of blood to make it feel like an authentic fight. The smoke and mirrors of the stipulation managed to hide Nash's lack of mobility too. The following year, Triple H was back in the structure again, this time against another friend-turned-enemy, Shawn Michaels. Again, this might not have been the best match these 2 ever had, but there is no denying the sheer violence displayed. Both bladed pretty hard, covering themselves and the ring mat in blood. The hatred between these 2 felt authentic, which was highlighted by the slower and more focused pace, though this was not the best way to entertain the fans in truth. It was a very long match to get through, stretching over 45 minutes. Regardless of the quality, it continued the brutal legacy of Bad Blood. Honestly, the violence on display could have contributed to the fact that the PPV was cancelled. It was reported earlier in 2024 by PW Insider that WWE was planning on reviving the Bad Blood event, holding it on October 5 to celebrate the exact 27th anniversary of the very first Hell in a Cell match. As revealed on the September 9 Raw, Drew McIntyre vs CM Punk inside the Hell in a Cell structure will main event the PLE. With it being the most personal feud in WWE today, it makes sense that it is these 2 men who will be given the task of continuing the violent history of the Bad Blood event. Given the PG rating that WWE still follows, do not expect to see a complete bloodbath like fans witnessed back in 2004. Under WWE's new regime, there has been an increased amount of blood, so there is a chance that there is some red shown in this bout, which would be welcome for the Hell in a Cell stipulation. which has lost a lot of the aura it once had due to the fact that the gimmick was saturated because of the Hell in a Cell PPV, which would sometimes have 3 cell matches per show. With Bad Blood being brought in to replace Hell in a Cell, it means that having 1 cell match is more acceptable due to the event not being built around the gimmick. With WWE moving away from these gimmick PLEs, Bad Blood serves as a good host for Hell in a Cell, similar to how Survivor Series is now centered around War Games. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our GH Daily Recap channel and stay with us.